They say everyone has a price. Some deny it. Others just haven't been desperate enough to find out. I did find out, and not because I'm special. Not because I went looking for the supernatural. I was just another guy trapped in a life I never really chose. A gray job, just enough salary to survive, that's breathing down my neck. And dreams that no longer hurt because I'd already let them die. Everything changed the night my car broke down. And I ended up in a dingy cafe with terrible Wi-Fi and worse coffee, mindlessly scrolling through strange classified ads. And then I saw it, tucked between psychic readings and love spells. Desperate? No way out? Rent your soul for 7 days. No eternal commitment. Immediate payment. Confidential meeting. Normally, I would have laughed. But that night, I had nothing left to lose. I called. The voice on the other end was polite, smooth, like an old lawyer or a veteran insurance salesman. He gave me an address, a time, and like an idiot, or maybe like someone already half dead, I went. The building had no sign. An old, time-worn structure crammed between a closed hardware store and a dusty print shop. As I climbed the creaking stairs, the air smelled of mold and yellowed paper. On the door labeled 404, a man welcomed me without introducing himself. Black suit, pocket watch, a smile that never reached his eyes. "Welcome," he said. "Your case is common, but no less important. Temporary soul leasing is perfectly legal in certain circles. Not widely understood, of course, but quite safe, assuming the rules are followed." He laid it all out as if it were a car rental agreement. Duration, 7 days. Benefits, perfect health, cash in hand, incredible luck. Conditions, avoid sacred places, avoid mirrors. Do not speak your full name under any circumstances. I signed, not with ink, with blood. 1 drop, on paper that smelled faintly of ash. When the briefcase landed in front of me with a promising, weighty thump, I knew something had left me. It didn't hurt, but I felt it, like a room inside my chest had gone dark and hollow. The first few days were a dream. A ridiculous, glorious dream. I won at roulette without looking. Found a wallet stuffed with cash. Hooked up with a woman I'd only ever seen on magazine covers. I felt untouchable. Light. Free of fear. But on day 3, the cracks began to show. A nun crossed herself when she saw me. A cat hissed at me like I was death itself. An old woman whispered, "You're empty," as I passed by her bench. That night, I dreamed of a pitch-black room. Something in the center was breathing. I couldn't see it, but I felt it, breathing with me, or maybe inside me. When I woke up, I had bruises on my arms. Finger marks. On the 5th day, I broke the 2nd rule. I looked into a mirror. It wasn't an accident. I needed to see myself, to know I was still me. But the reflection looking back at me wasn't. It looked like me. Almost. But the eyes, 2 bottomless black pits. And that smile, that wasn't a human smile. That was someone pretending to understand how humans smile. And it moved before I did. As if he was the original, and I was the copy. Then it spoke. "You're rented," it said, in my own voice, but hollow, cold. "When the contract expires, you won't come back." From that moment on, he showed up in every reflection. Not me, him. In one, he was washing his hands in blood. In another, he was sleeping in my bed. In another, he just stared back with pity or amusement. On the 6th day, I locked myself inside. I smashed every mirror, blocked every reflective surface. But it didn't matter. He still appeared. In the microwave door, in the window glass, in the eyes of others. I saw him living as me through all of them. I tried calling the number. Static. I went to the building. Gone. Just an empty lot now, surrounded by a rusted fence and a half-torn keep-out sign flapping in the wind. And that's when I remembered the 3rd rule. Don't say your full name. At the time, it felt like a strange warning. Now I understood. Your full name is your anchor, your key. If I said aloud, maybe I could break the lease, but that was a trick. I couldn't remember it anymore. Not even reading it helped. My ID, my license, the letters blurred, as if my name had been devoured. The 7th night was the last. Not exaggerating. Precise. It was the last night I was just me. I hid in the closet. The deepest, darkest space in the house. I covered my ears. I hummed lullabies. Anything to stay grounded. But at midnight, I felt him. First came the cold. Then came the voice. It didn't come from behind the door or through the walls. It came from inside my body. The lease is up, he whispered. And now, I move in. I felt my mouth smile without my permission. My hands move. My thoughts drift away, like water slipping between fingers. I didn't scream. I couldn't. The tenant had returned, and I was just a hollow room. Now I walk. I work. I laugh with someone else's voice. I look through someone else's eyes. But I'm not here. I just seem like I am. And sometimes, just sometimes, I rise to the surface. Like now, like in this moment, speaking through this story. You might think it's just a tale, just a bit of horror fiction. But if one day you're in a dark place and see that ad on your screen, sold for rent, 7 days, no eternal commitment, don't call, don't read out loud, and most of all, don't sign in blood, because when your week ends, you won't be coming back, but he will, and he'll have your face.